Hey guys, it's one day or day one motivation here. And today I have 5 things for you to implement into your life to make yourself more mindful and focused on what you want and to help just give you a better sense of, I don't know, really focus. There's no other word for it for me. The first one we have here is journaling. I implemented journaling about year and a half, 2 years ago, and I actually have two forms of journaling that I do. And one of the things, first off, I want to say about these 5 things is that they're not set rules. They're open for how you can interpret them. For example, let's talk about journaling. There are two methods of journaling I do. The first is gratitude journaling. I'll wake up and give 5 things I'm grateful for. Sometimes I write them down, sometimes I'll say them out loud, sometimes I'll just think them. But usually I like starting my day with 5 things that I'm grateful for because I can remind myself, hey, I've got a lot going for me. Let's make the most of today because I have so much going for me. There's no reason to not honor that. Like, if I got a lot of stuff going for me now, I can grow on that and make it better, and I can make myself the best version I can be. That's what I like gratitude journaling for. Is it gets you in that mindset of optimism, motivation. It gets you motivated to just get out there and get things done. It's great to set goals. I just love it. It makes me feel so productive and efficient. I love it. Another type of journaling I do is just like you write for 10 minutes and you write whatever's on your mind. Like, just let everything flow out, like every thought, every feeling. This helps me whenever I feel overwhelmed or like have a very intense emotion I just got to get out onto paper, and it just helps me deal with it. Helps me make decisions rationally. Like, I'm not going to rush into something because I know, hey, take a breather, get everything out, get all of your big emotions out. Then you'll have some clarity to make a decision. Usually this type of journaling helps me get rid of like any big emotions I have, whether those are good or bad. I never like to make the big decisions in the whim of the moment. I like to usually think about it, and usually when I think about it, I'll journal and just make sure I'm making the best decision, because if I'm on a bad day, I don't want to make a bad decision. If I'm on a good day, I don't want to make a good decision that's not really good for me. The second thing we have is meditation. Again, a lot of people are like, that's it, black. Just make your mind nothing in it. Just think of like this black, empty room and just keep your mind empty. At least that's what I usually interpret from when people tell me like emptiness. I just think of like black, dark, like you're in the middle of space, there's nothing around you. That is usually when people say meditation, that's the first thing that comes to my mind. That's actually not really how I meditate. I only will do that if I again feel like overwhelmed and very like in the moment and I just need to calm down. I'll just think of nothing and keep thinking of nothing. And usually that just helps me come to terms and just be able to move on and process things better. But my main form of meditation I'll do is I have this one place I always go to. You just picture it in my mind and you're just there. You're sitting. Mine's like a grass field with mountains off in the distance. I just picture that place in my mind and just lay down in the grass and feel the wind like just roll over me. And then I'll just think about whatever I'm thinking about. Like if I'm looking for advice, I'll just say like, I just like in my mind picture the question I have, like, should I do this? And then I'll just think about it for like 10 minutes, just picturing myself in that location, just thinking, just actually picturing myself thinking about it. And you'd be surprised, it helps me so much. Just like, yeah, this is a good point, this is a good point, this is not a good argument for or against. Like, it helps me just stratify everything I am thinking and helps me usually come to a conclusion that I usually feel pretty good about a week later, a month later. It doesn't really steer me wrong that much. And that's how I meditate. But again, meditation can look completely different to you. Meditation for you could be, I don't know, it could be just like your mind's empty and you want to just be empty. It could be you're picturing a hike and you're just envisioning yourself hiking, and even that is still being present because you're focusing on the present moment. Now, I don't have any experience in teaching it. I'm just purely giving my experience and what worked for me. And both journaling and meditation here have extremely helped me I feel like they've helped me just stay in the moment. But again, it's not like, there's no rules to it. It's more take it into your life and adapt and experiment, because my way is not going to be the best for you. My way is best for me. We're not the same person. So you need to experiment with it and kind of just implement it how you see fit and see if it helps you. It may not even help you, and that's fine. But I don't know. If it doesn't help you, I'd be very interested to know, actually, if you could leave a comment and just describe what you did. I'd be interested to know, just because then, every time something works for y'all or doesn't work for y'all, I can then refine my own and see if I can make improvements to it, because, nothing's ever perfect, and I feel like I can get even better, just at controlling my controlling my focus and staying more present in the moment. That's actually one of my New Year's resolutions, being it is December, is to stay in the present more instead of worrying about the future. And I'm going to really up the amount of journaling and meditation I do to try to keep in the present moment. Now, the third thing to help you keep more focused is exercise. I find that if meditation and journaling don't work, I'll go for a run and just focus on, when I'm running, I'm just focusing on my breathing, and if my muscles hurt, my legs are getting sore because I've been running for a mile without a break, just focusing on that and being in tune with your body helps you focus in the present, because your body is living in the present. If you can get your mind out of the clouds and just in the present moment, focusing on what you're feeling and what you're sensing, it will help you just kind of clarify the world around you. At least for me, it does. If I'm feeling very confused on what I should do because I have 10 different reasons for and against a certain action, I'll go for a run, and the pain, or the tiredness from the run, actually living through that experience just helps me ground myself for some reason. I can't explain why. It just works. And I know a lot of people in self-improvement also recommend exercise, just helping you focus and also just improve your own body, get stronger, get fit. But again, I think it's actually really helpful, and I really like it in my life. Again, exercise doesn't have to be running for you. It could be lifting weights. It could be doing yoga. It could be a variety of things. I'm trying to also branch in. I'm trying to branch out and do Tai Chi in the new year. Just something random. Just trying to stay focused, and I feel like it'd be a fun, learn some new skills, get some exercise, and just be more at peace with your body and just focused on how it's moving through time. The fourth thing is sleep. I'm sure many of you guys know that when you don't get the amount of sleep you need, you usually can't focus. You're all over the place. You're scatterbrained. I know I certainly am. I'm not going to be the person to tell you need to sleep 12 hours a day, 8 hours a day. However long you need to sleep is whatever you feel best. There's personally, I either getting 6 hours of sleep or 9 hours of sleep. If I get 7 or 8, I just don't feel as good. So I try to get 6 or 9. That's, again, just completely on me. That's not on you. You guys know your own body. You'll know what's best for you. But making sure you get what's best for you is really key to helping you stay focused and in the current moment. Because I'm sure, as y'all have seen, if you got a test you're studying for, you're gonna pull an all-nighter. You're not gonna do as well in that test, and as well as if you had slept the night before. Sleeping just helps you stay present, focused. It resets your mind for the next day. It's needed, guys. Y'all need to sleep. The fifth and last key to maintaining more focus in your life is learning. That's really interesting because I was trying to brainstorm 5 different keys, okay? The first 4, right off the bat. And then the fifth, I'm what is a fifth thing that I usually input in my life? And I'm because when I was thinking about it, it goes to spending time outdoors, to hobbies, to hiking, and then all of these, I'm I have 3 different things. What's a commonality between all of them? Because hiking and hobbies are pretty much the same thing for me. By hobbies, I was gonna talk about my playing guitar. But I'm playing guitar and hiking are both hobbies. I can't say both because they're both hobbies. What's the unifying factor? And the unifying factor between them, I found, was learning. I found that when I'm learning guitar, I'm literally teaching myself how to play an instrument and relax. When I'm hiking, I'm learning navigation. I'm learning new things about the landscape around me. I'm seeing new things. I'm learning about photography because when I go hiking, I'll take photos. I'm learning so much, and it just helps me stay in the present moment because I'm like, oh, that makes sense. Like I can connect the dots, and to connect the dots, I have to be right here, because if I'm not right here, I can't connect the dots. Like when I'm learning a chord on my guitar, I need to be in the present moment. I need to know what position my hand is in to understand, okay, that's the G chord. Okay, that's the C chord, the A chord, whatever chord. I need to know in the present moment what my hand is doing to understand what chord. Like learning is a present thing. You have to be present when you're learning. And I think that if you continually learn, you'll always stay in the now and you'll have heightened focus. Again, I feel like not all of these are going to work for everybody. These are what worked for me. And the whole point of this channel is just to like tell my journey and what helped me so I can help y'all on your journey. Yeah, that's about it. One more thing though. One more thing is don't let anybody tell you how to stay more present. Because realistically, they are not you. They do not know what's best for you. They do not know what's in your head. You are the only person who can decide what is best for you. Whether that's meditating, whether that's journaling, whether that's exercising, as long as it's a healthy way of dealing with it and finding and relaxing, taking a step back and focusing on yourself to be in the present. As long as it's a healthy way of doing it, don't let anybody tell you how to stay present and unwind and relax. And until you realize that, you'll just kind of feel like you're going through the motions. I just came to that realization about 6 months ago. And that realization really helped me. But until then, this has been One Day or Day One Motivation. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe.